Sacred, an adjective meaning connected with God or dedicated to a religious purpose and so deserving veneration. Secular, an adjective denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis, not directly connected with God. Nature is beautiful all around me. Is it sacred or is it secular? Now that actually is a pretty good question. I mean, I understand the difference between secular and sacred. We've just listed that. If it's politics, we want to keep a separation from church and state. So we have sacred at church and secular at state. If it's business, we tend to think we need to divorce the sacredness of religion from the reality of business. If it's science, we tend to look at science as secular. We tend to look at faith as sacred, and in many other things in our lives. And some of us are so compartmentalized that we tend to set aside Sunday or Saturday or some special day for sacred and the rest of the time for secular. Now, my question today is not what fits in the category of sacred and what fits in the category of secular. Probably a little more radical than that. I'm going to ask whether or not there is such a thing as secular. Have you thought about that? I mean, in American consciousness, there certainly is. But have you ever thought about, does the word secular stand for something that is real? Or is it a made-up word that stands for an idea that we want to be real? Okay, if we go back to Genesis chapter 1, and we say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, doesn't that mean the God of creation is also a God of science? Isn't a God of Sunday also a God of Monday? Is it possible to vote, to be politically minded, and not have a worldview, not have a sense of rightness, or a sense of wrongness, or a sense of how the government should act? And if we have an area of ethics or right or wrong, isn't that also a sacred realm? That is, isn't the whole idea of sacred more about excluding God from other facets of life and containing God into a small world of religion where we can disagree agreeably, but it doesn't make that much difference? In Psalm 139, the psalmist writes, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Even there your right hand will hold me fast. Surely I might say, if I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like day. The darkness is as light, for you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I want to say in today's devotion, I want to posit the idea. Now, you can agree with me if you want. You can disagree with me. I just bring it up to think about. But I want to bring up the idea that there is no such thing as secular. That everything is sacred. That God is everywhere and involved with every aspect of our lives. So is this an idea that you can agree with? Or is this an idea that you disagree with? And if it's an idea that may be new to you, what areas are there on the fringe of your life that seem so secular that it feels a little funny to think of them as being sacred? And adding to that question, where is there a place in your life that if it became totally sacred, would be a lot different than it is now? We've come to the middle of another week. In just a few days, we'll be able to come back together to worship our Lord together again. But you don't have to wait till then to worship our Lord. And you don't have to worship our Lord in prayer or in Bible study. Whatever you are doing this moment, the moment right before you started this video, is a moment that you can give to God in worship. May God bless you. May you worship Him in this present moment.